Blueprints are at the very core of how we efficiently manage iOS and macOS devices with Jamf Now. So from your main device dashboard, click Blueprints on the left-hand sidebar to begin. You'll see a couple of blueprints that I've already configured here, 4 of them. You can start from scratch on the upper left, or add from a template if you'd like, kind of a kickstart before you get going. I'll click on Sales here to walk through today. So this will default to our Devices tab, and it will show me every device currently assigned to this blueprint. I can scroll to the bottom and move devices from other blueprints in my ecosystem to this blueprint. So really convenient if I've got maybe 3 or 4 or 5 or many that need to move to this blueprint specifically. I can select them here and then click Add. The Apps menu is a subset of the main Apps menu on the left-hand sidebar. So the left-hand sidebar menu is where you go to connect apps from the App Store. Once they're connected to Jamf Now, you can come in here and say, inside of this blueprint, I want these devices to automatically download the apps that I list here. So I'm saying I'll enable my sales team with Box and with DocuSign. But if needs change and I need to add another application, I can click here, and it's as easy as selecting one from this menu. Now I can scroll through and select 2 or 3 or heck even all of them and click Assign and Done. The security menu is where I take steps to become a more secure user of Apple hardware. So 2 main options, requiring a passcode and enabling File Vault 2. Requiring a passcode will expand a number of subset options. Make it complex, alphanumeric, things you can do to tweak that passcode requirement to your specific needs. At the very bottom, we have Enable File Vault 2. This is an option for Mac devices only, but it's a protocol that's called full disk encryption, where it encrypts your entire disk drive. If you'd like to select that, just click here, and finally, click Save. Email configuration has never been easier with Jamf Now. You select your provider, first of all. If mail server is applicable, that will appear here, and then you choose, maybe I'd like to make this secure by using SSL. Once again, scroll to the bottom, click Save. Wi-Fi is a big convenience booster, so I might spend my entire career working out of Palo Alto, but I get a phone call that I need to be on a plane and head to the Austin office overnight. Well, I can show up bright and early before anyone else is there, and I don't need to scrounge for a sticky note or a note on a whiteboard because my laptop, my iPhone, is already configured with the Wi-Fi password for that office, thanks to Jamf Now. If you need to add more, it's as easy as clicking Add, choosing a network name, a security standard, and then a password. It's really that fast. The restrictions menu is where you tell devices what not to do. So this is iOS only, but the first 6 options here are for every device in your ecosystem, whether they are enrolled or supervised. Things like disable the camera, disable iCloud backup, kind of your table stakes for locking down devices. Now, if you supervise devices, you will love the amount of options you get with Jamf Now. You can do things like do not let devices install applications. Do not let them delete applications. You can even turn off core functionality of that hardware, like the iTunes Store, Safari, iMessage, and so forth. Scrolling down a bit further, I'll see an option that's very popular here. This is an option called Disable Erase Content in Settings. This essentially lets you, as the IT admin and the Jamf admin owner, turn off the option to wipe a device. So if you do not want staff wiping devices without your knowledge or your input, you can do that right here. And once again, scroll to the bottom, click Save, and you're ready to go. Single app mode is something we launched about 1.5 years ago, and this is a very powerful tool that allows you to lock an iOS device into a single application. So I can choose one from this list, perhaps DocuSign, and tell every iOS device in this blueprint that they will only function as one application going forward. I can do things like turn off auto lock, turn off touch, really kind of customize how this works for my environment. And then once again, the green easy button at the bottom, save single app mode. And finally, some cosmetic options here. You can customize the home screen and lock screen with custom branded wallpaper across those devices. That's the ins and outs of blueprints here on Jamf Now. If you have more questions, head to support.jamfnow.com. Get in touch with our support team there. Thanks for watching.